My name is Father Carlos Las Vegas de Cordova. By giving me 3 minutes of your time, you can see some film of a great ugliness that is spreading in my country. You will not believe what you are about to see. I hope you have a strong stomach, senor.
Roll the ugliness.
It's time to meet me in the game room.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much.
Father, could there be a God that would let this happen? How much do you want?
Alright, what is up, peeps? It is time again for another Colecovision. And this time, I got a big box here. And this box came from Stephen Martin. Like Steve Martin?
No, Nathan Johnson.
We're going to get to the bottom of the problems with your Colecovision and see if we can find out what is going on. So join me over on this side of the bench and let's take a look.
Oh, God. I'll bet it's disgusting.
So here we are at the bench. Here is Steven's Colecovision. And this thing is in really nice shape. Yeah, it's very clean. That's stuck, but I'll get that down, not a problem. It's in there. Yeah, it needs some feet. But I was testing it out. It plays good. I'm going to give them a clean up anyway. And yeah, so this is a good working system. And basically what we're going to do to it is just jazz it up with some of the mods. It's still RF in the back. So we're going to add in our AV mod. And we're going to do the fast BIOS mod to this. We will clean up this power switch because we know that they all need to be done. What else? We're going to check out the controller ports. They're a little loose. And the controller chips. So I think this thing just needs a freshen up and some mods to make it all cool. And just to get this on camera because some people like to watch these things come apart. I got the screws out. Here's my method. Pull it apart, pull that end up a little bit, and pry the front off. There it is. One more thing before I get going, just so you know that somebody else has been in here before me. The shielding is not put over these tabs correctly, so that makes things sit a little weird. And the shielding where it solders onto the motherboard right there, somebody melted the case a little bit. Alright, inside of this thing, something I wanted to show you before I did too much. The controller ports on ColecoVisions generally wiggle. They have a little bit of play, they're not screwed to the board. I have a little bit of a technique I've already done to this port, and I'm going to do it to this one to show you guys. But you can see this one here, not so wiggly. This one, still pretty wiggly. And what I did on the back side, you see how they mount. The pins go through, they get soldered on here. And then they have these little plastic indents that sit through holes in the board. So over here, I've gone in with my soldering iron and I've kind of melted those and pushed it around to the outside. And this side I didn't. And you can see right here, see it's still wiggling a little bit. See that wiggle? So I'll show you what I did. Basically kind of reforming that plastic to sort of fill up that hole a little bit tighter. You can see no more wiggle. So I mean, it's not perfect, but it makes them a little more solid and they feel a little bit better. So that's the first thing on this thing.
Now that you're going out into the world, there's something you should know.
Alright, so here's a little game we like to call How much crap's gonna come out of your switch? Let's find out. We'll start with the outside here. We got some alcohol and a brush. And we're just gonna clean it all up because I want to clean these things inside and out. So I'm starting with the outside. Okay, okay. Okay. Just come out there. Okay, move this up to the inside. Alright, let's see what's in there. Blech. Let's see what comes off of there.
You see that? Yeah.
Almost. Alright. Disgusting. I'm gonna polish all these contacts and then put this back together.
Shinola.
Starting with that thing first. It's my regular bright boy metal polish. But, like I say, I imagine any good metal polish is going to work out well for you. So if you've got a brand you like, use it.
Shinola.
Son, you're gonna be all right.
And treat those contacts. Look at all that oxidization, black junk coming off of there. You don't even see it anymore, but you see it coming off. Look at that. Yeah, that's rough. Don't be afraid to work that polish right into that metal. And then use a nice clean side or a nice clean cloth and buff those things clean. Look at that. That happened in real time right in front of your face. Buff, buff. I hear people say, oh, I can't use this metal polish because it leaves a residue. I can't use this metal polish because it leaves a residue. Well, they're all going to leave a residue if you don't buff the stuff off. I mean, they're kind of wax-based. You got to work that in. And that's what's going to be your protectant and make it shine. So don't just say it leaves behind a residue and I'm not going to use it. Clean the residue off, dude. Alright, and this. Alright, Steven, check that out. Know with confidence that's the inside of your power switch now. All that came out of your power switch. All that and all that brown on that paper towel. Gross. That's all. Alright, I'm gonna get this back together.
Gee, Mr. Hartunian. Oh my God!
The new BIOS chips are here. The new BIOS chips are here.
Well, I wish I could get that excited about nothing.
No, that's not nothing. This is pretty important. See right there? Colecovision fast boot from Console 5. Yeah, we've been pushing these guys a little bit, but they're a good company. There's a lot of Colecovision parts. Awesome. Alright, so the next thing up is BIOS chip. We're gonna replace that with a nice fast BIOS and get rid of that delay at the beginning of games. So let's do that. So I just saved everybody like 45 minutes worth of boring footage of me desoldering this. And this is the tool you need. You need a good desoldering iron to get in there. Otherwise, this will take hours and miles of desoldering braid when I can take that desoldering iron, go along the back side of this, and then come around the front and lift it off the board. That's just the way to do it, let me tell you. That's the underside of the board where the BIOS chip was, and there's a couple of these traces that I need to cut, and they are right here and right here. I'll show you that right now. This is a little mini pen grinder. A very fine little diamond tip in there. And it does like this. Let's see, did we get it? That one looks like it's still there a little bit. We can check those continuity. It doesn't go to there. It doesn't go there. Good. That doesn't go there either. Okay, and this side doesn't connect. Doesn't connect. Alright. And that is cut traces. Quick update to where we're at the moment. There is the fast BIOS installed. A couple of new jumpers there, you'll see. On the back side of the board, we've already done the anti-static chips for the controller ports. Cleaned up the power switch. Cleaned up the expansion port connector. That seems good. Everything's good here. Alright, and so last thing, I've got this AV mod board. Alright, the mod is done. Everything's good on there. But I've got no control on the second player controller. So I'm going to rip this thing apart. We'll see what's going on the inside. Alright, so this explains controller number 2 a little bit. This controller has been either stepped on or pushed on so hard from the top side. You're looking at the bottom side of the motherboard of the controller. You see all this right here? These are all cracks. This thing is really busted up. So all these cracks break a lot of these little traces. And that's got to be what's going on. This is your first controller. And I wanted to show you here, underneath the keypad, where these wires connect. These get very brittle, so I like to solder them on. So I'm going to do that. Use flux. Alright, those look good. And that's just a little insurance for the future. These things are already 40 years old, so I just want to make sure they'll hold up for another 40 years. Alright, moving on. So yeah, this is still the number 1 controller. Just soldered those wires on there. And cleaned up these connections. And just to show you, I mean, that's a really nice, that board is clean. It's not cracked like the other one was cracked. So this is a very good controller.
Time's a-wasted. Damn these glasses, son.
Yes, sir. I damn thee. Damn.
Alright, Steven Martin. Your Colecovision is finished. The controller port anti-static chips installed. The power switch has been rebuilt and cleaned up and good to go. The new fast BIOS that finally got here is installed and good to go. And now has an AV mod, which you can see right there on the back. Plug in your AV jacks. You still do have RF if you want it, but I don't know why you want it. AV is great. So that is pretty cool. There it is. And I dug around and I found some doubles. Check it out. So we got a Cosmic Avenger, a Gorf, and a Donkey Kong. And just want you to see that. Here, the fast BIOS. Fast BIOS means you can skip everything quickly by pressing your game. You get right in there. Oh, he got me. That's alright. I just wanted to show you it working. Hey, let's try out the others real quick. And Gorf. Fast BIOS to get right into the game. a lot of good sounds in Gorf. If the gameplay alone doesn't get you, the sounds will. Alright, I'm not going to play the whole game. And we have Cosmic Avenger. Another one, good music and nice intro sound. Oh, missed him. But there it is. This Colecovision rocks.
Yeah, I'm back. I've rigged it.
Steven had also asked if I could test out the expansion module port on this thing because he was going to get one of these things. Plays Atari games, so we got ET on our expansion module number 1. Let's see. Alright. The port works. You can play Atari and imagine all the other expansion modules through that port. It's working well. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, Steven, this ended up being really bad and it was kind of shorting out the system. I figured that out after a while, but I figured it out. So I did have a spare controller and I cleaned it all up and it's good to go, and I'm gonna throw it in here. I'm gonna keep your junk one in my parts bin because I don't know, I might need something off of it. But we got you a couple of doubles, that's cool. The system is all modded and awesome. So yeah, today's Monday. I'm heading off to FedEx right now. I'm gonna pack this up right now and head over there. Maybe you'll get it by Wednesday or Thursday, and this thing is ready to rock. So awesome, Steven. It was cool to meet you. It was cool to work for you. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I guess I don't need anything else. So yeah, I don't know. I don't need that anymore. It's all done. So yeah, I guess that's how. I guess I'm gonna need this remote control. But that's it. I don't need anything else. Oh, well, yeah. I'm gonna need my water. I'll be thirsty, you know. So but that's it. I don't need anything else. We're good. Oh, I can't sit down if I don't have my chair. So that's it. I don't need anything else. So that's it. I'm out of here. Fine. I don't need anything else except my dog. I guess I don't need my dog. Yeah. That's all I need. No, I guess I need this box. I'm not gonna be able to put the stuff in there. Yeah. So yeah, I'll need that. A chair, and water, and remote control. That's all I need. You should meet me in the game room. You think I am some kind of Ferk or something?
Lord loves a working man. Don't trust Whitey. See a doctor and get rid of it. Bye, Grandma.